Stand by. Some players having already thrived in new colours during the transfer window. Some are on their way to being part of new colours. For some, they may just stick to the old habits and stay where they are. But what is ever so consistent is yet another edition of the FPL Addicts podcast, hopefully to be your one-stop shop when it comes to fixing all of your possible dilemmas. This edition being Gameweek 22. After a nice, lovely 8 to 9 day break from league action, in between a double cup hiatus. One person who certainly hasn't taken a hiatus in this instalment is our master of the spreadsheets, where he knows the direction of certain sides and their traffic in the weeks to come, alongside his beautiful colour coding. I introduce yet again our beautiful FPL Marcello. How are you? And good evening.
Hello, mate. All good. How are you?
Can I be honest? It's been a hectic week, but I always look forward to this part of the week where we do another pod, and it's just fantastic to be in your company to talk about FPL, its implications, but also the double cup hiatus. How have you found the last week?
Yeah, it's felt like an international break. I feel like Christmas was just so crazy. Back-to-back weekend, midweek FPL. So I think this break was needed just to let things settle down and catch your breath. And yeah, looking forward to it again now, I think.
Did you manage to get around to watching much cup action for maybe the FA or the League Cup?
Oh yeah, I think I still watched it all, as much as I could really. Unfortunately, watched the Palace game. We lost.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Liverpool did well against Barnsley. Man U losing was quite funny. Who else was on? Spurs against Villa, was it? And Villa came away. They're just too good, aren't they? And City 10-1. I didn't watch that one. Was that on TV? I think I was up for that one.
It was shown in the main feature match, but by half-time, considering they were already 4-5-0 up, they decided to put another game on, and that was just kind of anonymous by the end of it. So,
there you go.
Crazy
and then the
stuff.
League Cup, we had the a bit more important implications for blank game week 31. So it would have been nice if Arsenal had a clearer lead in that game, but surely they'll get the job done at the Emirates, right? So Man City, Arsenal, I just don't see them losing at home now. Away wins in the Cup kind of is good for our planning, and we can kind of take that forward with any FPL planning, which is what I've been trying to get my head around this week. Watched a lot of like other content creators. Basically, everyone was doing chip strategy videos this week, so just trying to get as much of that in, try and get as many little tips as you can. Everyone offers like their own little bit of insight, like this could be a good play, that could be a good play. And yeah, it's a bit overwhelming, but I feel like I've got my head around what's to come the next few weeks now, which is really good, I think.
Did it come as a surprise seeing a lot of sides field strong sides against lower league teams?
I think you can just never know, really. So, it's always nice to have a cup run. Some teams, they're like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it is a bit surprising, but that's the FA Cup. Everyone wants to win it. You can't win it every year, so... The worst thing is I went to Crystal Palace Cup exhibition for the winners after we lost. And that was just so awkward because it's like we've just lost to bloody Macclesfield. And now I have to go. It was in Crystal Palace Park, like in the subway underground. They had like the FA Cup trophy, the shield. They had like all these like pictures on the wall of like how great the day in Wembley was. And everyone there was just grumpy because we'd just been knocked out of the bloody cup at the first round. It was so awkward.
Oh my day.
Rainy day. It was just horrible. It was like, get me out of here. So, and then more bad news with Glasner and Gahey, and like potentially Mateta. Oh god. But no, I think Palace will be fine. Let's try and win this European trophy before everything falls off.
Yeah, and you qualified for what was it? The Conference League. You're in the qualifying round, so it means
so we have to play 2 more games, the playoffs and that. Yeah.
Wow, jeez. So the schedule doesn't stop, but the players leaving.
Well, I think it's good we lost in the FA Cup because because now that will clear up in the future game weeks, and I think Munoz is already training, and he's not going to be back this week, but maybe next week. Munoz will be back. Sarr will be back from AFCON. I think those two are going to make such a difference for us, and our fixtures will get a lot nicer. So I feel like we're coming out of a really hard period with hard fixtures, crazy fixture run, players out, and now it should get better soon for Palace. Maybe by 26 we'll start firing away again.
Yeah. So those tuning in, good evening or good morning, wherever you may be tuning into this podcast. But as per usual, one of the staples is our own league itself. And this is how we look and how the others shape up. Now, there was one thing that caught you by surprise, and that was in terms of how well I did. So I'll go.
Yes. Congratulations.
I couldn't believe it, 71. And the irony is that it could have gone so much better, but instead we left 21 points on the bench. Kelleher didn't move from the spot and got bonus points because of it. Dorger assist, Gabriel with his clean sheet. Keane scored a goal, then now been carded. Semenyo.
That was so funny.
That's so funny about Semenyo too. Because this is when he was at Bournemouth, not the current club he's at now.
Oh, yes.
Thiago scored in 2, doesn't stop at the minute. Full tomato assist, Haaland captain return. But
yeah, great week.
That was a really good one. 1, 2, 3, 6 at the minute. So that's how we kind of went. But this guy might have 2 further of the lead still at the moment, 47 points. What are we saying about this lot?
Well, I think I rolled, didn't I? So if you scroll down and look at my bench, I had no bench apart from the keeper who outscored my keeper. So that was a bit annoying. And I kind of have to make that decision again this week, which is really annoying. Yeah, Ekatike 0 pointer. I only had 10 men. Which was a bit annoying, but it's fine. Probably would have got a 2-pointer. Or I would have transferred in Chalobah for Guardiola and, used one of my transfers. But I'm not sure I want Chalobah now. So I'm kind of glad I waited. Chalobah only got, the odd 3 points. So I'm kind of happy with my decision to roll. I was close to playing Kelleher. But Pickford's fixture wasn't too bad, wasn't it? It was Wolves, exactly. So, yeah, that was a bit annoying. But Kelleher, another penalty save. What a guy. What a guy.
Yeah. You're saying it, not me. No, but it is quite mental. All right. Well.
Wilson, the only one, really, with a couple cleans and Haaland. Wilson is just unreal. Can't believe you benched him. Hope you're not benching him again this week.
You'll find out later whether to provide all the wrong reasons. But yes, well played on the Wilson decision there. So good job. No, not amazing score, but I think it's okay. And there was some positives to take in what may have been a challenging week. Cortex, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Calm, brilliant. We got some questions here. Let's just answer a couple before we get to your spreadsheet. Pickford or Keller?
Good question. I haven't decided yet. I think Pickford v Villa and Kelleher v Chelsea. Are they both away?
Yeah, both away.
So I just feel like Chelsea will score with a new manager. Like they will score. And Villa will probably score as well, so it's not great. But I think Everton are just a slightly better defense, but you never know. Really, it's a really tough call, isn't it? I feel like Pickford could get more save points. I don't know.
Well, no, that is a bit of a pickle to sort out there. We've got one more just before we crack on with our agenda. Who would you choose between Guimaraes, Enzo, or Rogers as a replacement for Mateus Cunha?
Bruno G's fixtures are ending. He does have Wolves this week, so if it's a free hit, I'll probably go Bruno G. Enzo, long kind of term for those 4 games for like, 24, 25, 26, 27. And then Rogers probably for the whole season. So depends how many transfers you have. If you have 5 transfers, you can go Bruno G and then go Enzo later. If you have 3 transfers, you can go Enzo and just get him in for 24 to 27 or whatever. And if you have 1 transfer, I'd go Rogers. So then you don't have to think about him for the rest of the season. But yeah, Enzo, yeah.
There's your answer. So I felt bad cutting you off it. But yes, IBK, thank you as always for tuning in. And I mean, you're the man with the answers tonight. That's all I will say.
Would you go in for Chelsea assets now, or would you wait for 24?
So if it came to a game, as Simon says, or hear your manager properly, which is why Leo Messina's taken his gloves off so the players can hear his claps, I would go down that route. But outside of that, not at the minute. It's kind of a wait and see, to be fair. Palmer might look good at some stage, but I just think there's better premiums out there. But the players to target, this is where it's a knuckling down, not just a transfer business, but a big key decision maker behind the moves we could make, and that is our fixture ticker, which is always brought along by Marcello. Take it away.
Oh, yes. So these are this week's fixtures, and Chelsea are right up there, but as you can see, Brentford, Palace, and then they get into West Ham, Wolves, Leeds, and then another green fixture after that. West Ham is still up there if you've got Bowen like me. Has Paqueta gone? There was rumours he was leaving, but I don't think he's gone yet.
Yeah.
I hope he goes, because then that might give Bowen a bit more chance of a penalty in case he goes. And yeah, Arsenal now, they've got their 2 red fixtures out of the way. They've got 1 red fixture left for the whole season of Arsenal. I think they're likely to double, probably in 26 or 27 if they blank in 31. So I think you've got to be thinking about triple Arsenal. Gabriel and Rice are just must-haves. And then you could go Raya, you could go Timber, you could go Saka, I think. So any of those guys, I think you need to have 3 of them for the double for the fixtures, for the fact that they're going to be pushing for this league. Are you feeling hopeful of winning the league? Is this your year, or Man City scaring you with all their money spending?
I think we're in the best possible position to do so. And well done to Pep, as always, for being proactive in getting signings. But I think our depth is as good as it's ever been.
Oh, so good.
Which hopefully presents that we actually come out on top come the end of game week 38. And Arteta having been in this situation time and time again. So, yes, I'm hopeful. Whether we win it or don't know.
As an Arsenal hater, it's so annoying that you have such good depth. Like, how are you playing an FA Cup game? Like, you rotate everyone. You're playing like Madueke, Eze, and you still score from a set piece. Like, even with your B team, you come up and just score bloody from a free kick and corners and own goals, and it's just
mental, isn't it? Even Martinelli with a hat trick,
and you've got so many games, Champions League, Cup runs, League Cups. You need the squad, and you've got it, so you could win it all. And kind of, I'm like, part of me is rooting for you, but yeah. But yeah, these are all good fixtures here, like Brighton, Everton, Man City, Leeds, Palace, Tottenham. These are all quite nice runs, and this is mainly because like all the bad teams, they don't really play each other as much. So all the good teams are kind of playing all the bad teams for the next few weeks. So yeah, you could go from there's a wide pool of players that you can actually go for, I think, and there's not one way to like do things. I think a lot of players will do well over the next 5 weeks, and one guy on Twitter, Scott, a Palace fan, he's like rank 24 in the world, and he's never owned Semenyo, and it's like such high EO. You're going against him every week. He's delivering so much, and he's found a way to get those points, without one of the best assets in the game. So don't worry if you're missing a player, because there's loads of players, but do be worried if one of your players are kind of along here and then you're facing a lot of reds. That's when you probably do want to move off them. So Man U, Liverpool after Burnley, Wolves you probably don't have. Brentford and Thiago, he's a very interesting one coming up. Villa as well. I mean, a lot of people are liking Villa, but those are tough games. A lot of people say Bournemouth away is not a tough game. Do you think Bournemouth away should be red?
I don't believe so. Now Semenyo has left. Yeah, a very, very tricky one. Okay, wow. Spicy. Chelsea, but that's a very intriguing one, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, and if you move to 23, it just gets better for Chelsea.
What have we got?
They go to 11 because Burnley comes in afterwards as well. So, yeah.
Ay, caramba.
And then they have Arsenal at the end of that when you can jump off them. But yeah, a lot of people talking about wildcard 24. Here's the 24. You go Bournemouth. So, your Senesi, your Taverniers, Krupi, if you think he starts.
I was just about to mention him, to be fair.
Brighton. I don't know about Brighton. Minte Matoma's back. Welbeck if he gets minutes. Man U, you've got Bruno Fernandes. I think everyone should be looking at Bruno Fernandes. Not sure about Cunha. Not sure about Mbeumo. Not sure about Ahmad as a midfielder. A lot of people have Dorgu and Dallo from the past few games. I'm not so sure about Man U defenders. It's just Bruno Fernandes for me. Palace, will they be really bad without Gahey? Will they concede goals, or will Munoz and, I think Lacroix could be quite good. Their fixtures get good from 26. It goes better after that as well. And then, Arsenal, those ones that we mentioned. Burnley could be a shout, and Villa. One more thing that I really wanted to point out before we move on from the fixtures is, especially people if they're wildcarded now or in 24, So 31, what happens in game week 31?
The blanks.
The blank game week. So this is the FA Cup, the League Cup final. So Arsenal and Man City have won their away games. So they're very likely to win at home in the second leg against Newcastle and Chelsea. So those teams will blank. And if you've got triple Arsenal, which you kind of want to, if you've got triple Chelsea, which you're going to want to, if you've got not Chelsea, it's Arsenal play Wolves and Palace play Man City. So those should be the blanking teams we can guess. Obviously, the other teams might win. But if you've got Arsenal, Wolves, Palace, or Man City, which are quite popular, like how many of those do you have in your team at the minute, Chaza?
Yeah, Semenyo, Foden, Haaland, Gabriel, Declan Rice. No Palace from what I know, definitely not Wolves. So 5 at the minute, which isn't much of a worry.
That's fine, which isn't too bad. So you can bench 3 of them outfield players. If you've got Raya, you can bench 4.
Yeah.
Which is why I quite like Raya, and I'm a bit annoyed that I sold him now. And then you're going to have to sell those other 2s at some point between now and 31 if you want to have 11 players in 31 and if you don't want a free hit. So if you take those out, who's left? So this is really interesting. You've got Fulham v Burnley. That's a great fixture for Fulham. So if you've got Wilson, if you've got, you might want to bring in Anderson. You might have Raul Jimenez. they're going to be really nice for that one game week because you're definitely going to play him in that game week. So Wilson is such a nice pick. The fixtures are not too bad for Fulham either. If you've got Newcastle, they play Sunderland, which obviously a big rivalry. Villa play West Ham. I love Villa. So if you're thinking about Rodgers, if you're thinking about Watkins, if you're thinking about Matty Cash, I really like them, not just for their good runs all season, but specifically for game week 31. And then Tottenham v Forest. Forest is probably not the easiest of games. So Villa and Fulham, I'm really looking at, thinking about, can I get more of them in? It doesn't have to be now, but at some point between now and 31, just because they'll be quite useful in 31 when you're going to be struggling to find starters in your team. So this is something that I've been thinking about quite a lot today. So I love Rodgers. I love Watkins. Wilson's not going anywhere. Anderson, even though he's not the best player for me, I'm not going to be selling him. And yeah, that's it really.
Fabulous, as always, Marcello. We shall see how the show rolls on for the next 9 game weeks. As much as there's great importance in thinking about what is down the line. So appreciate it. Gorgeous presentation. So colourful as per usual. We've got some other people who've come into the party. Hippie, good evening to you. Munoz is back to full train from what we know. Rice or Endo already own Bukayo Saka. What's your take on this one?
I think this week I would get Rice in. I think Rice. I think they said Arsenal's games, Forest, Man U, they're very bad at conceding goals from set pieces. And Rice takes a lot of good set pieces. Did you see that video the Chelsea fans took of him at the corner?
That's funny, isn't it?
And they're like, "You traitor!" And they were like shouting abuse at him. He's like laughing it off. He puts his hands up, whips it in, and they score. And he turns back and he's like laughing at the Chelsea fan. And then someone posted it on Instagram and he put laughing emojis on Instagram. So yeah, Declan Rice, I think he's just unreal, man.
Yeah.
Gets the assists, gets the goals, gets some DEFCONs.
DEFCON, that's it. And he's 3 million cheaper too.
Yeah.
A quick look at how this public league is shaping up. It's not necessarily one of the big priorities of us, but it always proves with such intrigue. Ryan scored 73 and is now only 31 behind, but Kieran Scully's having a sensational season on 1,338. Fair play to you. Right. Yes, Kieran. Keep smashing it and getting after it. Right. We need to talk about a player, Marcello, because it's a bit of a stick or twist situation. So he went from scoring the winner against Spurs, you probably know who I'm talking about already, then having signed 2 days later, scored and assisted the next day. 2 days later, scores again. Antoine Semenyo, owners of such asset. Is it worth getting rid of him even now he's in new colours, or see it out?
No, I think he's a baller. Even Haaland is scared of him. Did you see there was a video at the training session? It was like, "You coming for my golden boot, mate?"
Oh, God, yeah, that's funny.
And, Pep is saying Haaland is so tired and due a rest. I'm not sure Haaland will start against Wolves because Marmoush will be back from AFCON. I think Haaland should be okay for Man U. He'll get one more game. But when Marmoush is back, they've got Foden, they've got Semenyo now. I think Haaland might not play against Wolves. And also the other thing I just realized today is there's 2 more Champions League games coming up in the midweek soon. Semenyo hasn't registered for the Champions League, so he can't play in those games. So I think Semenyo will miss out the midweek Champions League games and play all the Premier League games, which is fantastic for the minutes in the next few games while he settles in. And, one of those games is against Wolves. So if you've got him, I would not be selling him at all. And he will play in the knockout rounds for the Champions League. So it's only for the next 2. But he's not registered to play for the next 2 games. I'm not sure if they don't make the top 8 and they make the playoffs. I'm not sure if he'll be allowed to play in the playoffs. I assume he will be. But that might be worth looking into if you want to buy him or if you're thinking of... I would not be thinking of selling him. He is unreal. I'd be quite happy to have 5 Man City players in your team. Some people might already have Haaland, Foden, O'Reilly, and they might have Semenyo and Gahey from Bournemouth and Palace, and now they're all going to be Man City players. Yeah, you can't make any transfers next week, but next week you'll have 5 players against Wolves. That is an amazing cheat code. I'm thinking about bringing them in this week just to have 4 Palace players against 4 City players against Man U and against Wolves, because if I wait for Gahey's colour to change to Man City, I won't be able to bring in Semenyo anymore without selling one of them.
I was just thinking too to compliment, because Glasner's already confirmed that Gahey won't feature against Sunderland, which means Gahey owners will need to have bench cover.
Yeah,
and then Gahey will pretty much be at home to Wolves. That's probably a no-brainer when it comes to holding an asset. Is that correct? 5.3 million.
You'd hope Gahey would play at home to Wolves, but also his EO is 40%. Like, so many people have him. 39.8%. His price has risen. Wasn't he 4.5 at the start of the season?
Yeah.
So a lot of people might have money tied up in him. I bought him quite recently, 5.1. But I wonder if other people check that if they have him at 4.5, you've got so much value tied up in him. Just bench him this week. Make sure you've got some bench cover, obviously. And yeah, the Man City fixtures, are they quite good? You've got Wolves, so obviously he misses this one. Then he's got Wolves, Tottenham away is nice. Liverpool's a tricky one. Fulham at home, Newcastle at home, Leeds away, Forest, West Ham. This is a nice run here for Man City.
Yeah, real good. Wow, that is something to ponder.
And of course, they will double in 26 as well. So what's the 31 game? Crystal Palace game will move to 26 or 27, and then one of those will be a double. So I think it's brilliant. Man City, yeah, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be scared. But not too much, because your fixtures are good too.
Well, I'm always scared about thinking of the people behind us. It's a great way to look at it. Right, fixtures for this week. I know it's come across your spreadsheet, but this is how it's all laid out, just to see when our headaches and when our weekend gets ruined, and it's usually at the traditional time from the Saturday lunchtime kickoff. And most managers could well be checked out after Sunday's action, with maybe a lack of Brighton and Bournemouth involvement, especially now Semenyo has departed. Right, pick of a bunch. What is yours? Whether that's a game you're looking forward to or from an FPL per se.
Yeah, I mean, that first one, Man City, is very interesting. And it's quite nice it's the first game, because I've got Cunha, Foden, Haaland. And if there's any team leaks, because, Cunha's played a lot, and Bruno's back now. You've got Mbuemo and Ahmad, I think they're back this week as well. There's a chance Cunha might get benched, so you might want to sell it. Like, if you haven't already sold him, and you get confirmation he's benched, or you get confirmation he's starting, that could be really useful. The same with Foden, same with Semenyo, obviously, the same with O'Reilly, the same with Haaland. If you get word that any of them are benched, like even Haaland, you might be captaining him. If Haaland is benched because Pep said he's really tired, you'd use that and captain, someone else.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, and in the chat, the Palace fixture can't be moved to 26, so they can't double and will stay in 31. So they can double, it'll still blank in 31, it will just get moved to likely 33. But also, if this was in the Planet James podcast, if Man City get the top 8 in the Champions League, then the midweek of the Champions League playoffs becomes free, and it can get moved to 28 and 29. So I misspoke. I said 26. It could get moved into 28 or 29, but I think they will get into the playoffs. I don't think they're going to make the top 8. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But that's why it's good to wait and see the next few weeks to see, like, are Man City winning in Champions League? Will they automatically qualify? Will they beat Arsenal? Will they beat Newcastle in the cup? So yeah, there's a lot of good information coming between now and by game week 25 deadline, which is why I'm trying to be flexible up to game week 25, because by game week 25 we'll get a lot of info, and then by the end of game week 31, before 32, we'll get a lot of info for the next double. So I'm just trying to be patient, but my team's a mess. So, but in conclusion, Man City, good game. Can't wait for that.
Excellent choice. I'm going to go over one below you, it being Chelsea-Brentford, West London derby. Brentford are now in 5th spot, having really maximised what was in front of them during the festive period. Chelsea are under Liam Rosenior in his first home league match in charge. Now, he did have a loss against Arsenal, which is quite a challenge at times, but he did get a good win in the cup against Charlton and really wanted to put full throttle in that game. But this is proper... The Bees have caught everyone by surprise this season. So I just think that is so exciting. It certainly probably won't be the main game, especially on the world feed. I'd say that's going to Liverpool-Burnley, but that I think is the one that will take the most attention to an extent. And as a reflection of the fixtures, this is how the transfer traffic is looking. Now, we're talking about Man City and holding them. But how about this of the transfers out? 3 feature in the top 5. Is that a major surprise on your end, do you believe?
Yeah, that's crazy to me. They got Wolves next week. I mean, Foden has been blanking. I guess they are tired. Semenyo, I can't believe people say. Is Semenyo also a top transfer in? Can you expand that?
Yeah, let's go to the stats. Oh god.
Oh, I never go on stats. Didn't know this was a thing.
Well, I'm trying to get there. Give me 2 moments, please. Transfers in around.
Yes, Semenyo's 4th most transferred in. Is that right?
That is nuts. But he's the 4th most transferred in midfielder. So if I go all players, he's 6th.
Yeah. So I think when he was sold, a lot of people sold him, and then when he scored amazing goals in the cup and people realized he's not in the Champions League, people are like, we should probably get him in. So yeah, that's a bit mad to me.
Crazy. Yeah. No, I'm with you.
Foden, I kind of get, like, he's blanking. Ekatike, and now he's fit, and he scored midweek. Obviously, it was Barnsley or whatever, but in half an hour? And Burnley at home is incredible. So if you sold him, well, you probably sold him to Thiago, who has the worst fixtures out of everyone for the next 5.
And is also the most transferred in, which is...
So Thiago's last 5 fixtures, Wolves, Bournemouth, Tottenham, Everton, Sunderland, though he was top of the fixture ticker with a score of 13. And for the next 5, they are bottom of the fixture ticker. So when people buy players and they're like, oh no, I broke Thiago, he stopped scoring goals. You didn't stop breaking him, you just bought him at the end of a nice fixture run, and now he's playing hard teams. So, I mean, it's not so bad with, like, Forest. I mean, Brentford, Chelsea, what do you predict the score will be in that game? I think that's quite hard to call.
Oh, I think it could be a 2 apiece or 2-1 to I'm going to go Chelsea, I think.
So no clean sheets.
No clean sheet.
Who's more likely to get a clean sheet?
Out of the games we got this weekend.
No, just out of Brentford and Chelsea. Brentford at home.
Oh, if Brentford score first, I'm more confident in them keeping a clean sheet than Chelsea scoring first.
Such an interesting match.
It is now, yeah. How we've just thought about it. Yeah, that is nuts, isn't it? Mm-hmm.
I agree. I think it'll be like 2-1, 2-2.
Yeah.
But it could be 0-0. Could it be 0-0? I don't know. I don't see it being 0-0. There's too much. I see Chelsea scoring for sure with the new manager. What do you think of Rafinha and how he's managing his team? Aging man.
He loves shaking hands to pretty much every journalist.
I think that was quite good. Like, he's trying to get in the good books, isn't it? You can kind of see what he's doing.
Yeah, he is. Is it a case where he might be trying a little too hard?
I think he's trying very hard.
We've got to laugh at someone. That has to be Liam Senior in this.
Did you see the warp with Simon from not Simon, Will from In Betweeners?
Oh my god! Yeah.
It's got Rafinha mashed up, and I can't unsee it now.
Oh jeez, you're crazy, isn't it?
As long as the players respect him, I think he'll do all right.
Yeah, he will do. Probably last topic before we go to teams, and I hate to bring it up to you, but it has been a very tumultuous last 24 hours for your beloved side, and you did touch on it briefly earlier. And with Gahi leaving, which is going to happen, and now Glasner reportedly wanting to leave at the end of the season, what would the mentality be like at Crystal Palace for the rest of the season?
I think Glasner will still get the best out of the players, maybe. Not sure if Mateta's happy with his wages. But Munoz back next week is a positive. Sarr coming back from AFCON will be a positive. Gahi leaving. I mean, he has quality. I think Lacroix goal involvement will go up with Gahi leaving, because Gahi was the one getting all the headers and assists. So that might fall to Lacroix now. So very interested by Lacroix as an FPL player. But will we be really bad at keeping clean sheets now? Probably. Will we sign someone? Will we play Canva, or will we play Lerma maybe this week? Yeah, I mean, this game against Sunderland is definitely a tough one to get through. I don't expect us to get much. Hopefully a 0-0. I'll be happy with a 0-0 at Sunderland. But I see them scoring. They'll probably see Gahi gone and be licking their lips. But after that, building up again, players coming back. I think by Gameweek 26, when our fixtures are looking really good, Burnley, Wolves, Man U, Tottenham, Leeds, I think from 26 we'll be okay. So hopefully we will take anything we can get until Gameweek 26, I think.
Yeah, it's a big few weeks up ahead for Crystal Palace. They're happy with another dad joke. Rafinha is older than Richard. That was there for the taking. Fair play.
I was about to Google who that was.
Oh, that's gold. Right. Is it time for teams, or have I spoken a little too early? Was there anything I may have majorly missed?
That's it, really.
Cool. Well.
Yeah, my team's fucked. So Vandenberg will have to come in for Gahi because he's injured or he's not playing. But is Vandenberg even in the team? So I've got a bare 11, probably a bare 10 again. So I think it's time to sell Gvardiol. So it'll be Gvardiol to Timber. And then that looks fine. And then I can also do Cunha. And then this is the thing. So I've got free transfers, 0.1 in the bank. I just want solid, good picks that I can hold for the rest of the season. Big EO threats. I think you need to start putting my rank on the team before it drops too much. Like 30k rank is quite good. So we can show that off like over here somewhere. And I'm quite happy with my rank. So, I just want nice EO picks so that someone said, I think it was FPL Harry or someone on the video mentioned that what FPL Harry does is he just sets it up so that he can't have a bad game week. Like, cover all the good picks and your rank won't drop that much. And if your players do well, your rank will go up. So I just kind of want to get into that mindset of covering all my threats. And last week, I think I had 4 Arsenal players as a threat, which is just ridiculous because you can only have 3 of them. So I think it was Rice, Raya, Timber were all. Who else? Rice, Raya, Timber, and Saka. They were all threats for me.
Wow.
So I just need to get some Arsenal in, I think. So the obvious thing, if I wanted Arsenal, now that their tough fixture is gone and they're cleaned for the rest of the season, is Cunha to Rice and Timber in for Guardiola. So that looks quite nice, I think.
It does.
So I might do that. None of them are rising tonight, but Guardiola is dropping tonight. So if I reset Guardiola 5.8, it will affect my selling price. So I probably will do Guardiola to Timber tonight. Is Timber the right defender to go for, or should I go for anyone else? You've got Chalobah, which I'm not sure. Tarkovsky, I'm not sure. Lacroix, I love. Or I can go for a Sunderland guy like Mukiele or Dorete or Ballard. But I'm not sure I know enough about those Sunderland guys. Collins kind of
real good at DEFCON.
Yeah, good at DEFCON. But I just think they've got so lucky this season. I just don't want to bet on Sunderland continuing. Van der Ven, I don't really want to get. I just like Timber. You know, everyone's got him. Nice fixture till the end of the season. He's not going to leave my team unless he gets injured. He might get rotated. He might come off a bit early and miss a clean sheet point, but he might get some returns. So, yeah. Midnight Mule on YouTube uses that strategy. Yeah, I love Midnight Mule. He does the. He just announced that my predicted points are the top ones for last week. The top predicted points, better than like Scout and everything for the last week. But overall, I think I'm not doing that well. But yeah, he's been really tracking my my predicted points, which is good because I didn't really think to do that. Like, are my predicted points actually quite good? But it turns out they're doing not too bad. But yeah, what do you think? Vardiol just to Timber and just be done, really?
I think so, yeah. Keep it straightforward. I think a lot of people overthink certain game weeks with conundrums presented as they are. So let's get it.
That was always the plan. You know, Bournemouth away, Liverpool is done now. I could have just brought him in for that. He would have got 6 points. So will he get rotated? I think White and Calafiori are back, but aren't they on the other side?
Calafiori's still out. So is Hincapié. White is back.
It'll just be Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, White, surely.
Yeah, you think so.
And then long term, if they rotate. But he's still the main guy. I think he's unreal as well. I love the way he plays. I love the way he does his little prayers on Twitter before Bible passages. So quite like him as well. And I love Rice. But then that's just making me feel a bit bad about not having Raya, who, like I said, you can more easily bench in 31. Whereas Timber, I'll either have to sell him again or I'll have to sell, Rice or Haaland because I've only got 3 bench spots. So Timber will have to be sold in 31, which is annoying. And then Rice, I feel like I can wait until tomorrow morning, see if Cunha's starting. If he's starting, just leave him in. If Foden's not starting, I'll sell Foden. But then I've got Wolves. Then I might sell Foden to Semenyo, to be honest, which I'd love to do. Do you know how much Semenyo is? Foden is 8.4. How much is Semenyo?
Semenyo's 7.8.
7.6 now. So he's a lot cheaper than Foden. So it's a nice downgrade. Frees up some more funds. And then, okay, let's play around with that. So Timber. Rice for Cunha. And then next week, I want to do, say, Semenyo in.
No, do it this week. Take more hits.
That will not happen. So, but then Semenyo, he kind of messes it up because then you can't have Foden and Semenyo against Wolves, which is why I kind of want to get Semenyo in this week for Cunha because then you'll have 4 of them against Wolves. Do you see my vision? You've got Foden, Semenyo, and Haaland against Wolves, but then Haaland might not even play. Okay. No, I think we're gonna have to go against Semenyo annoyingly. So hopefully he does really shit. But I just don't see that happening. And then you've got Rogers, Enzo. I've got Rice and Bruno Fernandes. So Bruno can come in. No, he can't. He's too expensive. But then Wirtz can be sold next week after Bournemouth away isn't that bad, I don't think. So Wirtz can go to Rogers. Or I can do Rogers later. Then I can sell Bowen. I don't know. I'm so stuck.
There's plenty to think about, isn't there?
It's annoying. But yeah, I think Timber tonight. And then either roll the other two or Foden or Cunha out for Rice. And then Chelsea as well. And then Enzo. You kind of want to see Enzo or Cucurella. There's a lot of ways to go. And they'll probably all be fine. But it's just about picking the one you like the most.
Yeah.
And I think waiting out as much as possible just for any more information. Like, you know, Gahey's gone today. You found that out. Players get injured. Just get Gallagher. I'm not getting Gallagher, Kieran, but I will let you do that.
Oh, well, brilliant as always. Best of luck in whatever moves you may make, Marcello. And don't forget to follow his Twitter to find out what his 10:59 moves are. And for me, as much as no one really asks, I'm the complete polar opposite. Probably don't have any last-minute moves planned, let alone any live transfers planned on the pod this week. We are going to roll, considering that the one who's red flagged to be Michael Keane probably won't create much of an effect on field. So,
considering you got 71 points last week and 20 odd on your bench, amazing position to be in. Like, look, you've got Rice, you've got. Is this your team?
Yeah.
I am fucked. You're going to catch up.
Well, we'll see.
Senesi is so good. Kelleher, you're starting Kelleher.
Yeah, I will
is so good. Gabriel Rice. You think tempted by another Arsenal? Who would be your next Arsenal?
Oh, what transfers? Don't twist me arm. I don't have time for Chinese burn at this time of night, to be fair with you. I'm making a move. But
if you were to get one, would you go Saka? Would you go Timber? Would you go Raya?
I don't think so for this week specifically.
Not this week, but in general, if you could have one. There's a new chip. You can have a 16th man. Who would you pick?
16th man, goalkeeper. So it's either going to be Raya or Saka. I'm going to go Raya just only because of how expensive Bukayo Saka Camp is.
That's putting me off Timber as well. Oh, I'm so annoyed about Raya. Maybe I just get him back in. So then I don't have Everton coverage, whereas you'll have Keane coming back. And you've got Foden and Semenyo, no Gahey. Foden, still got Semenyo, that's so good. You got Thiago and Waldemar. Are you happy with those two?
For now, well, I think it'd be daft getting rid of a Newcastle player just before Wolves.
Yeah. Oh, so you might get rid of him next week.
Maybe.
And then what?
Well, look.
Would you go to Lap or João Pedro next week?
Great question. I'll be dead honest with you, Marcello. I have got no idea.
We got to wait and see with Chelsea, I think.
Yeah, we've got to wait and see if Rossini will ever put his gloves back on whenever he needs to get the attention of his own team.
Is Havertz coming back? You could go Havertz.
Mate, I'm not going there.
Well, not. Barry. You should go to Tierno Barry.
Oh, mate, Barry, he can't shoot to save his life unless he's playing Nottingham Forest.
Well, have you thought about selling Haaland yet?
I don't know why he's still there. Same, like, how have I had Marcos Senesi after all of these weeks and he's always done his DEFCON, nothing else?
I think they get good again soon, though. So I kind of want Senesi from 24, but I don't think I'll get there. And then what about Bournemouth? Krupi and Tavernier. Are you interested by Tavernier?
I'd like to register interest in Tavernier, yes. But alongside that, Krupi is a really good shout too.
I think they are signing another attacker though. I can't see. I think someone was saying on above average that Krupi has never played more than 60 minutes. Like it gets to 60 and he just always comes off. Whether it's like Erez Unal or Evan Nilsson will come on, whoever. But
well,
seeing how Chelsea, seeing how Brentford develop is going to be super interesting, I think. Those two I'm keeping an eye on. Not Brentford, Bournemouth.
What else is quite interesting is now another edition of Captain's Corner, which Haaland is a favourite, and I'm going to mention him first, albeit he's only scored once in the last 4 game weeks. So maybe there is a case in going somewhere else when it comes to double points. However, he holds a fantastic record in the Manchester derbies, 8 goals and 3 assists from his 6 league encounters against his noisy neighbours, alongside having produced a double-digit haul in the reverse fixture all the way back in Game Week 4. Hugo Ekitike got mentioned briefly earlier. He's at home to Burnley. And yes, Cello, having mentioned that he did return from injury in the Cup against Barnsley with a goal and an assist. Plus, he's managed to score 5 goals alongside an assist in his last 5 league outings. Ollie Watkins is another, where he holds a really good record against his opponents in Everton. Prior to the Game Week 4 affair, which ended as a goalless stalemate, he's managed 3 goals and 3 assists in his 6 league outings against the mighty Toffees. Bruno Guimaraes, away at Wolves, he's the most bought-in midfielder now for 445,000 transfers in. This is coming off the back of 3 successive double-digit hauls, which, in fairness, from technically a central midfielder is quite impressive in itself. And who's he got? He's away at Wolves. Can't get any easier. Well, we hope so. The last one of all players, probably the subject of the night, Antoine Semenyo, once a former Cherry, now a proper citizen, having the blue moon around him. Again in the Manchester derby, he scored 2 and assisted 1 already since having joined the club in the various cup competitions. Plus, he scored in the recent encounter he had against Manchester United last month, which ended being a 4-all Titanic battle at Old Trafford at his old club. Back to the studio, where the intelligence has made yet another appearance. And for me, well, I don't know.
Well, I think I'm going to do a certain German captain this week.
Oh, okay.
For Liverpool against Burnley, I've got Ekitike, I've got Haaland, I've got Florian Wirtz. So Ekitike has just come back from injury and he played 30 minutes, and both him and Wirtz got 30 minutes in the cup. Do you think he gets 90 this week against Burnley? Do you think 60 will be enough? Will Wirtz only get 60, or is he a bit more likely to get 90 as well?
I reckon they're both 70, 75 minutes, surely, right?
Will they both start and come off together?
Well,
and Slot in his presser said, I know what my team is, and I'm going to tell the team later today, and they'll all know, but I'm not telling you guys. So he knows what he's going to start. So I do think they're both going to start. I mean, even if, Wirtz starts and then gets subbed off, that's kind of more chances for a clean sheet point as well. And I don't know. I'm really... I love Ekitike, though. But, Wirtz goals are worth a bit more, but then is he as likely to score as Ekitike against Burnley? Is at home, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice. I feel like more people have Ekitike, so Wirtz will be a bit more of a differential as well. I think Wirtz has been doing really good recently.
He could well have been, yeah.
Just before Salah comes back.
Yeah, Salah got knocked out of the AFCON semi-final, and Sadio Mane having scored.
Oh, incredible! I watched that as well.
Yeah, jeez. The
And,
support is
but he
mental.
has to do the third, fourth playoff as well, so he's
Mm.
got one more game.
Well, I think that might do it for this edition. But more importantly, I need to thank my partner in crime who has done the heavy lifting, but he's done it, as always, in sublime fashion. And you, Marcello, thank you as always.
Thank you very much. Really good stuff.
Really good stuff. To those who have commented, thank you. Well, we see that Colin Bugler might go for Martinelli at a mad push. Banjo has said Mullet Madness. Any Liverpool charts, who knows? Hippie is ranked 4 million but has a team value of 107.4. At this rate, you may as well just move to Dubai because you're rich famous, baby. And yeah,
That's a lot. What the hell?
Oh, but yeah, that's just cooked, isn't it? God, you could buy a few mansions for that. I mean, out. But best of luck, everyone. Hope Gameweek 22 shines, and you'll find out come next week whether this unrealistic gap being closed down is reduced or it has only been further enhanced. Until next week, have a great weekend, unless your name's Jack, because you know what you eat.